A week before camp started, I was sitting in here and God told me to open my Bible and put my finger on the first verse that I saw, and I landed on Proverbs 23:26. And it says, "My son, give me thine heart and let thine eyes observe my ways." And I really thought to myself about that, what it would mean to me, and tried to elaborate it to myself. And the only thing I could come up with was, I didn't know. I didn't know what God meant by that and what He had, put that in my life for. And that night I found out that I would be going to West Virginia with Brandy and Allison and all the other kids that went. And I was scared at first. I'm new to this state. I'm new to this church, and I honestly I had no faith when I came to this state. No faith whatsoever in God, in myself, in anybody, other than the fact that the world sucked, and that's the way it was. And then I met Trey and Brandy here.
Yeah.
And not gonna lie, the first night they met me, it was a little rocky, but Trey invited me to this church, and I said yes, I'd show up. So I did. And once I showed up, I found out that there are better things in life than just going day by day thinking you're insane, that no one cares about you and no one loves you. And that's pretty much the same way that the camp was. We go to the camp, and it was my first year. I knew nobody other than the people that I went with. Mm-hmm. And being there, right when I was there, everybody wanted to know who I was. Where are you from? You skate. What's the, what is that you're with? And you believe a lot of people north of Florida do not know what a longboard is. They don't. They have no clue what it is.
I didn't know what it was.
I knew. But anyways, while I was at the camp, I tried thinking to myself, what was God going to do for me? What was He going to show me while I was there? And thankfully, He showed me a lot. The first night I was there, the very first night, the service that we had, I started speaking in tongues. I was bawling. It just hit me like a truck, just straight to the face. I just didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what I was saying. I was crying, putting my hands on everybody. Everybody was laying hands on me. And I just felt so loved. I felt like people actually cared. And that's the same way I feel about this church here, not just at that camp.
Amen. Thank you, Lord.
I kept thinking to myself, what's going to happen after camp is over? And, I'm still not sure. But ever since, ever since camp, ever since, I started coming to this church, God has put so many great people in my life and so many blessings on my family and myself.
Yes.
I mean, I went 18 years without ever having a permit in Florida. And I'm here less than a month, and I've already got my full license.
All right.
Already looking for a job, everything.
Amen.
Brandy, Pastor Charlie's going to show you a video here in a minute about...
We can't get it to work. My apologies. So you just go ahead and tell them.
Okay. Well, what had happened is the last night, Bishop Huskins, he was up there giving his sermon, and he said something that really hit me hard. He said, there are some people, I'm not going to say any names, there are some people in here that have scars so deep that some of the adults in here wouldn't have been able to take it on some of these kids.
Mm-hmm.
And right when he said that, for some reason, I just started to bawl. I couldn't see out my eyes or anything. I just started crying, and because that was me. Mm-hmm. So many things have happened in my life, and I never thought that I would be able to live with it. Mm-hmm. And people have turned their back on me and everything like that. And this camp this year really showed me that there are kids that are willing to praise God in their own way. That they're willing to show that there are better things. There are. And if I hadn't gone to this camp this year, I probably would have just kept living my life. Coming to this church, praising God. Little by little. And I'll tell you right now that this camp, I plan on going back next year because it really did hit me.
All right.
It hit me really, really hard.
Praise God. And
back to the verse that God gave me, Proverbs 23:26. I kept thinking to myself, maybe if I give my entire heart to the Lord while I'm at this camp, He'll show me what He wants me to do. And that's what I did. And right when I started doing that, it was just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't even put it into words how great, how happy I was being there. I didn't want to leave. Just like everybody else that was already up here talking. I didn't want to leave. I was telling, the people that work there, I'll pay rent. Let me stay. Let me stay. Because it was amazing. Like, just how close people can come and just come together. And I mean, I guess in the end, at the last day of camp, even though everybody knew my name, it was my first year, I got most spiritual growth. And I never thought I was going to get that because I never thought I was going to have God in my life again.
Oh, thank you.
Like, I turned away from Him. But now that He's back in my life, it's just amazing. And I just want to thank all of y'all for that.
Amen.
Because without y'all, I probably, honestly, wouldn't be standing up here, really, really nervous right now.
You don't show
You
it.
don't.
You're like a natural.
Kind of sound like a preacher to me.
Amen.
Love it.
But, no, thank you, all of you, for sending me. And I plan on going next year.
Yes.
All right.
Amen.